Okie dokie, let's get going with 5 new words. My name's Richard, as you know, Richard Brown, the other Richard on this show. We're going to get going with our first 5 pieces of vocabulary of the day, which I hope you've all learnt by now. With me, of course, is Nieves today. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. Now, this is going to be a pretty painless experience.
Oh,
Nieves,
okay, that's
I hope.
good.
That's good. Good news, everybody. Painless, what does painless mean? Because painless is our first word of the day. So the words are coming up on your screens right now. Painless is?
Indoloro.
Indoloro. So this is going to be a painless experience. Okay? The next one, I hope. The next one is parrot.
Loro.
Un loro, exactly. And it also is used as a verb. To parrot someone is just to keep repeating. Yeah?
Okay.
Or to mimic them también.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to mimic is to imitate someone. Okay? A wasp is another creature, but a little bit smaller than a parrot. A wasp is a?
Avispa.
Avispa. How do we say avispón?
I don't know.
Devié. Avispón. How do we say avispón? Come on, guys at home, you all know. Avispón is a very important word in Spain because you have lots of them. And avispón is a hornet. H-O-R-N-E-T. Okay?
Okay.
Hornet, a hornet. Un avispón. Good. To implement, a verb now.
Implantar.
Implantar. Ya existe, creo en español, implementar. ¿No?
Mm-hmm.
Y también significa poner en
Práctica.
práctica. Okay, to implement. And the last one, another verb, is not a verb, it's teammate. It's a noun. Teammate is?
Compañero de equipo.
Compañero de equipo. Excellent. Sorry, I thought I'd jump one. Okay, we're going to look now at who else, where else, and how else. Who else is our way of saying quién más. Okay, we never say who more. ¿Quién más estuvo en la fiesta? Who more was at the party? No se dice, okay? We say who else. Who else? Todo junto. Who else was at the party? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Bien. Where else? Significa ¿a dónde?
¿Dónde más?
¿A dónde más? Good. How else? ¿De qué otro?
Modo.
Muy bien. Excellent. Okay, so I'll give you some examples in Spanish, and I want you to translate them to me in English, okay? For example, ¿quién más fue a la fiesta?
Who else went to the party?
Good. Who else went to the party? ¿Quién más sabe?
Who else knows?
Good. Who else knows? We use the third person of the singular there. Who else knows? Okay? Good. ¿Quién más fue a la reunión?
Who else went to the meeting?
Good. So the important thing is here to elide the 2 words. Who else? Who else? Don't say who else. Okay? Who else? Just like Nieves. ¿Quién más fue a la reunión?
Who else went to the meeting?
Who else went to the meeting? Good. Fantastic. ¿Quién más le ayudó a él?
Who else helped him?
Who else helped him? Good. Now notice when we're asking these questions, we're not using the auxiliary did or do. Yeah? Because we're looking for the subject of the verb. We don't know the subject. That's why we're asking. Who else did it? Who else knows? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't say who else does know.
No.
¿Vale? Lo sabéis. Lo sé. Okay. ¿Quién más estuvo con él?
Who else was with him?
Who else was, again, third person, who else was with him? Who else was with him? ¿Con quién más hablaste?
Who else did you talk to?
Excellent. The preposition in English goes?
At the end.
At the end. Muy bien. Who else did you talk to? Fantastic. Let's change to where else?
Mm-hmm.
¿Dónde más? Okay. ¿A dónde más podemos ir?
Where else can we go?
Where else can we go? ¿A dónde más fuimos? ¿A dónde más fuimos? Nieves?
Where else did we go?
Where else did we go? You know when you ask these, when you're telling a story and you ask yourself these silly little questions like, where else did we go? What else did we do? Who else did we talk to? Sometimes if you're telling a story, for example, with your wife or with your husband, and you say, where else did we go? No?
Yes.
With a friend. Sí, de mucho. Okay. ¿A dónde más fueron ellos?
Where else did they go?
Where else did they go? Fantastic. ¿A dónde más fuimos?
Where else did we go?
¿A dónde más fuiste?
Where else did you go?
Where else did you go? Where else did they go? Where else did he go? It's really, really easy. But because it's not a term that you're used to using in Spanish, you say quién más, as you know. It's worth practicing and practicing and practicing. So you end up saying who else, just like I do, perfectly naturally. Yeah? Don't please ever say who more or where more, ¿ok? Prohibidísimo. Bien, let's change. ¿De qué otro modo? ¿Se decía?
How else?
How else? Good. Now we've looked at all. We've looked at what else earlier on in the show. Now we're looking at who else, where else, and how else. ¿De qué otro modo? ¿De qué otro modo puedo convencerla?
How else can I convince her?
How else can I convince her? Good. Convince, by the way, contains a V, which Nieves pronounced perfectly well, but just be careful because a lot of people, a lot of Spaniards say convince, lo cual suena horrible, tan horrible como mi pronunciación en español, ¿ok? Convince. Look what we have to do. Convince. Nieves?
Convince.
Convince, exactly. What do? You touch your top teeth with your bottom lip, okay? Convince. And you vibrate your vocal cords. Okay, you make them vibrate. Convince. Good. ¿De qué otro modo podemos hacerlo?
How else can we do it?
How else can we do it? Good. Are you doing it at home? I hope so. How else can we do it? Please, please, please practice out loud. You've got to make a fool of yourself in front of your family because if you're not doing it, you're wasting your time. The only thing you're working on is your listening. And that's not enough. You need to work on the mechanics of the mouth as well, okay? Who else did it? How else can we do it? Where else did they go? Practice, practice, practice. Good. ¿De qué otro modo podemos deshacernos de ello?
How else can we get rid of this?
Of it.
Of it.
Good. How else can we get rid of it? ¿De qué otro modo podemos deshacernos de él?
How else can we get rid of him?
Good. How else can we get rid of him? Okay. How else? ¿De qué otro modo? ¿De qué otro modo podemos pararlo?
How else can we stop it?
Good. What's the important thing we've learned today, Nieves? About the way we join the two words together.
Yes, you join them together and that's it.
Exactly. But we don't ever say how else do. It's got to all come together in a natural way. How else? Yeah? How else can we do it? How else can we stop him? How else can I convince her? Okay? This is what's important. When you want to speak a language in a natural way, inevitably you will always have your accent, but if you don't join the words together, it will always sound like a robot. Okay?
Okay.
Muy bien. How else can we convince them? How else can we convince them to learn, Nieves?
Studying hard.
Studying hard, okay. Please study hard. It's worth it, honest. Bye-bye.